So I was at Laguna Seca last time on iRacing, but this is not an iRacing video. No, let's close down the globe. This is an Automobilista 2 video. Cue the music. And so what we're doing today, we're going to be checking out the 1.6 update for AMS2, more specifically low fuel motorsports, which is just a way of organised racing for AMS2, the same as iRacing really. So even the qualifying is in the same format as iRacing. You get 8 minutes to set 2 laps, and then your fastest lap is where you qualify. So we qualify around P5 or P6, can't remember. I didn't get a chance to really set 2 laps because I had to change some settings. Quick interruption to the video. I am at 80 subscribers and I would like to get to 100 by the end of the year. So please, if you like the content, hit a subscribe, hit a like, and there'll be more content coming out soon. Thank you very much. Now watch the video, guys. Thank you. But here we go. This is the rolling start. An absolute mess at the beginning. People, I guess that guy at the start, his steering wheel was turned left and it just spat him out left. It's pretty weird. So it was a very messy race. Now I'm gonna guess, and I've not done many low fuel motorsports races. Again, it's an external website. Here we go, we're about to go green. It's an external website where you can all just congregate to have a similar experience to iRacing in different sim racing titles. So they have it for ACC, they have it for original Assetto Corsa, they have it for R Factor 2, and now AMS2. Automobilista 2. So here we go, we're starting and we're just taking it easy. This is a multi-class race. We're in the GT3 720S McLaren Evo. I've said that totally wrong, but it's in there somewhere. And we are pretty slow compared to some of the guys. Obviously I don't play this sim. If you look at the channel, I only play iRacing at the moment, but I am pleasantly surprised with how well this actually feels now. So I do have around 90 hours in AMS2, and that's just when I first got my sim rig. I just wanted something to play around with, and honestly AMS2 is a really good sim if you just want to casually race, if you want to do some pickup games for online. I used to race in VR online a lot. Just random public lobbies I used to join as a guy dives in onto me on the side, but it is what it is. Again, I feel like I'm a little bit off pace because I'm not used to the brakes. It feels a lot different than iRacing. But again, as I was saying, I have about 90 hours in this game anyway, just from when I used to casually mess around. So I'm a little bit familiar, but I've not kept up for ages. Now here you go, something different to iRacing here. There's safety cars in this game. So first time experiencing a safety car in a multiplayer lobby that's not Formula 1, the video game. So this is interesting to me. I'm going to see how this pans out. So we're just told, you can see there, it's just telling us to follow the guy ahead. So that's what we do. And now, again, it was pretty chaotic, this race. People just going off left, right and centre, and as you can see, the guy I'm supposed to follow spins out during the safety car, and it just tells me to follow someone else quite nicely, so that's fine. It seems to be working well. Didn't get a penalty because I overtook that guy, so we're happy with that. And yeah, so again, as I was saying, had some time with this game previous to this update. And one thing I really do like about this game is the force feedback in the wheel. It feels very, very nice to drive with, and I've always said that in my head. I've always thought that this game has probably some of the nicest force feedback you can experience in any sim. I think it's better than iRacing, honestly. I used to really like ACC's, as this guy also spins off during the safety car. I used to really like Assetto Corsa Competizione's force feedback, but now when I go back to that game, it's pretty terrible. And again, please, these are just my opinions, guys. Don't get too hurt. If ACC is your favourite sim, I have 400 hours in that game, and it was my sim of choice before I went to iRacing. And you can have lots of good racing in ACC. Absolutely love it. Again, you're going to see something stupid here happen. So under the safety car, the Corvette accelerates and then the Audi goes into the back of him, absolutely murking his spoiler there. So now he's got no spoiler again under the safety flag. So we're going to skip ahead to when we go green. So going green now, and we can see what type of carnage is going to unfold. And that guy just for some reason doesn't get off or whatever, and then he goes and then he slows down again. No idea what happened to that guy. So we overtake him at the start on the green flag as that guy's reversing back onto track to our left. Absolute craziness. Like I said, the guy off to the left, this guy has no rear wing, so he's span. Absolute chaos. So, is this game good if you want some hardcore competitive racing? Now at the moment I've had 2 races. My first race I didn't get past the start finish flag, someone crashed into me straight away, and then this is the second race that you're seeing now as another guy goes off into the barriers. I do not know if I could say I could recommend anybody who just wants some hardcore competitive racing. For 2 reasons. The latency on the cars, it wasn't that bad, but you are racing some people who've got like 300, 400 ping, and you can clearly tell. And it is in beta at the moment, so you are going to see some hiccups here and there, and that's expected. So if they can iron everything out, at the end of this race, I actually did have a good time. The quality of racing was quite poor. To me, I didn't get murdered or anything like that, so I actually had an alright time, but I was trying to stay out of trouble. I was making that my main priority. But as you could see, there was people going off left, right and centre, and that's just how it is going to be. And honestly, I did do some LFM races on ACC, and everybody was very aggressive in those races, so I'm going to guess they're going to transfer, that type of racing is going to transfer over. But I can't say for sure. And this is just my first impressions. It's everybody's first impressions really. If you get on and have a go, this guy just dives on me again. That's happened to me lots of times in that corner. Now that could be me braking way too early, but I'm not used to the brakes in this game at all. But at the start of my experience with this, as I downloaded 1.6, I felt very slow, and then as I carried on, I got up to speed. Honestly, I did record a time lap on a hot lap on Spa in this car, in the McLaren 720S Evo, and I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison on iRacing with the same car, same track, try and get the similar track conditions. But I will say this: when I did the hot lap in this car in this game, I was the fastest I've ever been around Spa on any simulator. So I think that the car in this game is faster than other sims, and I'm not sure if that's realistic or not. I've never driven a car in my life around a track in race conditions, so I can only go off the sim games that I've played. But it does seem faster than all the other sims I've tried. This green guy, this Many HG, absolute maniac. He just cuts right in front of you every single time. He's just a bit of a maniac as he goes off there. I'm trying to race this guy in front of me, but I don't want him to smash into me back, like I'm just out of control on track. So we lose a bit of time to the guy that the Nolly. We took a while to catch up to him. So we lose time to him because we had to lift off the throttle, but it is what it is. Like I said, you're going to just see absolute poor standards of racing, but it's to be expected when it's just free. I have no notes, by the way. This is all off the top of my head, and we're just going to see how this video does. Maybe I'll structure another one better in the future as he just dives past me and goes off the track again. And like I said, you're not going to get clean racing at the moment anyway. And this is in bottom split, so maybe top split is better. So, I mean, it is kind of to be expected. Bottom split, everybody's just going to be going mental. But a lot of you guys are probably going to be in bottom split, so this is what you need to know, what you're going to be coming up against as Nolly goes off in ahead of him. Not sure if I even had one overtake on somebody legitimately here, as this guy in green again, look at him cut across, boom. I mean, that's probably fine, right? I've not even done multi-class racing like this in iRacing, so I don't know at all what I'm getting myself in for. But yeah, blue flag here, and then we're gonna go to a yellow flag again soon. But yeah, overall my experience was quite good. Like I had a fun time, not gonna lie. And considering the barrier of entry to get into this game, you just gotta pay to get the game, and then there's a couple of DLCs that you need to buy. You can get like a season pass that gives you a vast majority of the DLCs that are already out, but then after that you're gonna have to buy the individual DLCs that they release. The car that I'm driving now is a DLC. It's on sale right now, got it for like £4, which is way better than the $11 that iRacing charges, and I got a couple of cars with it as well. As I bump into someone on the safety car restart, because it went green but they didn't go, so I'm not sure why, and then you're about to see again, more standards, the poor standards of racing. The guy just absolutely murders him for no reason. Again, bottom split, so it is what it is. So yeah, I just wanted to put a video out there for my first thoughts and impressions of this LFM and the new update. So far, I've been enjoying the way the car feels. It's been this game's got a bad rep for like feeling floaty. Now, admittedly, it does feel quite floaty in comparison to iRacing, and but after a while, when I had this full race at the end, I just totally forgot about it and I was just racing. So it is a case of every sim is different. The way I like to put it in an analogy is every sim feels like a different car. I mean, in each sim you can be driving different cars, but my car compared to my girlfriend's car feel completely different to drive. So that's how I treat it. You play in a different sim, it's going to feel like a different car, and you've just got to get used to its characteristics, and you've just got to adapt. And honestly, that's kind of what sim racing is all about, is adapting to become the better driver. And overall, like I said, you can definitely have fun in this. If this is the only game you have and you want to kind of take it a little bit serious, join LFM. You get a ranking like you do in iRacing, you get a safety rating like you do in iRacing, and you can race against people close to your skill rating, and you can have fun doing it. Again, we was in yellow flag conditions when we crossed the finish line, and we finished under track, under safety car. So we finished, I don't know, P4 in class, P10 overall. But then on the website, it just didn't register any of my laps. And now again, it is in beta, but I have no idea why. So we'll have to figure that out before we do the next one. So if you guys enjoyed this little rant, this just absolute brain vomit, hit a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of this, and if you do, then we can produce more of this content, and I can do other sims too. I can do ACC. I'm going to be doing Assetto Corsa Evo when that comes out in January. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I am nearly at 100 subscribers. That is my goal for the end of the year. So if you do like the video, subscribe. More content on this game. Again, if you guys show support in the comments for it, I'll make some more. But yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Bye bye.